Tony's gonna lay down on his back, okay? And I'm gonna be here like this. So he's gonna kind of relax with his upper body. But the thing that we're really gonna get good at is retention. And the thing about the butterfly guard is if he's not physically holding me with his upper body, I can just get out of this anytime I want. I can disengage, okay? So he's gotta be able to hook me like that and hook me, see it? So now, if he's got these hooks on me and I kneel down like this and he's got retention, just a little bit of hook. So now he's just gonna kind of hang tough like this and I'm just gonna post a leg. Post a leg. And then from here I'm gonna go 1, 2. I'm gonna circle a little bit. Circle a little bit. And then I'm back down. So the routine is this. 1, 2, up, up, circle. He's got to push off of this one. When I go this way, he's got to push off of that one. And I go back down. Okay? All this does is teach him to have what we call sticky feet. Okay? So, 1, 2, 1, 2. Circle left, circle right. All right? We're going to practice that for like 2 or 3 minutes. Do that set twice and then switch to your partner. And keep doing it and doing it and doing it. 1, 2, 3. All right, so from here now, I have to keep tension out, out, and back. Okay? So tension that way, tension this way. If I push tension that way, it unhooks him. It releases him, kind of like a fishing hook. So now, he's going to take a step back. See that? I crunch, pull myself to it. Okay, so he steps back, I crunch, now I pull, lift my hips. He steps back, I crunch, I pull, lift my hips, okay? All right, it's my 6-pack abs course, right? So this right here is reverse, these are like reverse shrimps, but with the hooks, so you get that guard retention, or that hooking or sticky foot retention, all right? So let's do this, 1, 2, 3. Now, let's start with our basic shrimp to guard, okay? And the basic shrimp to guard, so watch here, Tony's on top. He's got side control right to here. I'm blocking the bicep now, right? So let's take a look at how we can bypass the closed guard and just go straight to the butterfly guard. So I'm here, I got my frame. I'm gonna hit my side bump, I'm gonna hip out. I'm gonna bring this knee in. But my outside foot right here is just gonna come in and get that hook right there. So once I get that hook right there, all I'm gonna do is pull his shoulder and then boom, I'm gonna be right here now. I'm gonna pull him forward, shotgun him back, and then I'm gonna sit right to here. And I'm gonna be centered up, okay? So this is now, for here to complete what I want. Being center, I wanna now pick a side. I like to go with my left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my left hand into the underhook, post my right hand, and then I'm gonna get my hips off the center, okay? So I still got my hooks in, they just look like this. And I'm not weak, I'm not lazy with my feet. My hooks are always engaged, okay? Now, I got the underhook right here, my hand's posted. I wanna put my knee right on his rib, right there. I don't want my knee poking out. I want my knee right on his rib. And this underhook right here, I grab a little gi and I pull it right to there. Once I get to the position, I'm gonna reach over and grab this arm at the elbow, put it in my armpit, put my head on the mat, and I'm gonna drive with my knee. Now my foot is still hooked under his butt, and I push off this bottom foot right there. He falls, I come up to side control. He has posture now. He side bumps. He cuts the first knee in, drops the hook. Then from here, he centers up, holds me, shotguns me. Now from there, he decides. He gets the underhook, posts his hand and moves his hips out. That hip out right there, guys, because now I have a place to fall. He puts his knee into my rib. A lot of times my hand will go right to there. He's just gonna capture my elbow or hand, drives the hook over, pops up, and he's inside control. And then this drill, just rinse, hook in, boom. See, I'm hugging him, sit him up, drop the underhook, hit the angle. right to here. Knee to the rib, sweep him, and come up to side control. Okay? Let's give it a shot. 1, 2, 3. See, when you learn moves, guys, the details are just like the little snippets, okay, of like, oh, that's a detail, or that's something that I missed, right? There's rhyme and reason for everything, okay? So we'll start bottom of side control, all right? I'm in prayer position. I side bump, I move my hips back. I bring my knee in. My outside foot comes in. Now, see my hand frames. If you can't see my hand frames right now, this is really important, okay? When I pull his shoulder, I'm gonna pull his shoulder and drive my knee, and then I'm gonna get the underhook right to here and overhook. Okay, now this is a detail that I didn't talk about the last time. So I have an underhook on this side and an overhook on this side. So now I kind of pull him forward with my hooks, and then I kick him back. Boom, right? I keep the underhooks. I make the adjustment, all right? Just a little adjustment right to there. Now, when I pull his elbow and I go for the sweep, what I'm not gonna do is track him. I'm not gonna follow him. I'm not gonna go to the mount. So watch, we'll learn all the reasons why. Here, I pull him, I sweep him, I go to the mount, my knee drops, boom, he rolls me right over the top. Okay, that's why we don't go to the mount. If I'm here, and let's say I go for this sweep, and I track him with my knee, he's gonna push my leg in between his legs, and I'm gonna get caught in a half guard. So when I get right to here, boom, see how he catches my leg? All right, that's something else that can happen, right? That happens. So how do we beat all of it? What I wanna do is I wanna throw him in the sweep and stop me. Okay? Because if I throw him and go with him, things could happen because he could take advantage, he could retake advantage of the momentum. So I'm going to throw him and stop me. Watch. So when I get to the position and I go for this sweep right to here, I'm going to throw him, pop. See how I stopped? See how high I am for attacks? And you see how I didn't go with him? So you have to throw them. Once you get them past the point, once they start their descent of the fall, that's when you retract. You get what I mean? You don't want to keep going with them because then they got more time to either track you to half guard or pull you on top of them and roll you. All right? So one more time. So these are just the little pieces, okay? So we'll start for the whole thing. If we can make all this work, side bump, get the knee in. Drop the hook. Now, as I pull this shoulder, boom, I get the underhook right here. One underhook, one overhook. I'm on his elbow. Pull him with the hooks, kick him back, turn my hips. See right to there? Now, coach, I can't get the arm. Right? That happens all the time. Not to me. Sorry. Okay? Because I just yanked him forward and forced him to post. Because if he doesn't post, his face is going to hit the floor. See what I mean? So those are all just little details that are going to happen. All right? When you hit the sweep on the descent, let them go, you stop. It's kind of like Top Gun, if you guys seen it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to hit the brakes and he's going to fly right by. Okay? 1, 2, 3. What I think is valuable for training in a seminar, right, is we learn like 2 moves. But we're going to show you different variations. So it's going to be a whole bunch of moves, but it's going to be one to 2 moves, right? So we just did this butterfly sweep, right? So, and this is the classic underhook version, which is the one that I like to teach first. And just quick review, as I get off to the side, I hit this underhook, right? And I pull this elbow, and I don't have my knee out. I have my knee, circle this way, so I have my knee on his rib. And I'm driving with the rib, because the rib right here is what makes it doable. If my knee pops out like this, can I still sweep him? Yeah, but it's just gonna take more quad effort. And if I got a big boy you're gonna get the rib. Well, you're a big boy, so sorry. You're gonna get the knee to the rib, right? So knee to the rib, right to there. Pull, but here's a couple things. And then bottom foot, see my bottom foot? It comes out and I start driving it. And then here, once I feel his descent, I kick and let go. And I gotta come up with my body on top, all right? So that's the classic sweep. So now, let's say we're here and he's not gonna let me get this underhook, right? So I can't get the underhook anymore. So I'm just gonna come in and still put my knee there. I'm gonna grab him by the head and I'm just gonna cup right to here. Now this is gonna change things a little. So if I'm going like this, let's say I go for this and then he re-pummels me, boom, and now I put my forearm right there and I'm cupping his neck and I grab the elbow, I'm pulling him right, knee to the rib, still pulled tight. We hit this fall, I gotta kick, but now I gotta kind of come up. Because you can fall into this position, head and arm position, or scarf, which is, it's a classic, okay? You can fall into this position if you're comfortable, fall here, okay? Or I personally fall to here, I bring my shin up, and I hang the knee right, all right? The thing that you don't want to do is go to the mount again. If you sweep to the mount, you're giving them natural momentum that you started, and they're gonna roll your butt. So I'm here off to the side. I'm trying to get this underhook, or two, I have the underhook, and he re-pummels me. Boom, now I get the head hook. Cup his elbow, we fall to the side. Now I can go pop straight to here, hug him, and sorry about that. It's gonna be a fun 2-hour ride home. Should have beat one of you guys up. Okay? Or two, on the sweep, come up to here like this. All right? And this is just the head and arm position instead of underhook, overhook. Think we can make this happen? Yeah. I still would like you to start from the bottom of side control, hit the shrimp, shotgun. When you go to get that underhook, top guy, keep your chicken wing tight. Go from here and just hug their head, hit the same sweep. All right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we can do this from either sweep. That's what makes this fun. So you can do the underhook sweep if you want, or you can do the neck hook sweep, all right? And then we're gonna land in what we refer to as Kasakatami or scarf hold, all right? All right, so I'm here, I got position, I side bump, I get my shin in, I start to drop my hook. Now, from here, as I come, I'm gonna pull them up. Let's say I want the underhook, fine. I get the underhook, I hit my scoot. I pull the elbow, knee to the rib. I give him the old kick and release. Now, here's the thing. I'm putting my belly in his armpit. Are you? You better try. I want to be here, and then I come up high. This position right here is called scarf. Now, I have the arm. If I did the other one, I'd have the head. See how it's kind of like similar but different? So now, as you come up in this position, your first move is I'm going to come back. I'm going to grab this guy right here, grab his wrist. And I'm going to throw it down. I'm going to step over. And I'm going to capture it back of my knee. All right? So I got that first. Now from here, that's the first and most important thing is to capture the hand. I'll slide my hand down until I find his elbow. Pull my hand on his shoulder. And it's just a straight arm bar. No hands. Okay? So as I get to here, boom, throw over the top. Now, see how I feel my bite? I'm pinching that so tight. Okay, like I'm pulling my heel to my butt. His elbow is right here. Okay? So what I want to do is take my leg down and find his elbow. And then here, I just push it down. But you see how every time I do this, that shoulder pops up? Yeah, just like that. Well, if I just put some pressure on his shoulder, there it is. Okay, it's just a little trick. Okay, cool? So we'll do that. This is straight arm lock. All right, so from the sweep, let's say I get the neck hook. I got the neck hook. I twist and kick. Pop, come up. Now, as you come up, where this happens is I come up quick. Boom, ratchet down, bite. Find the position. Bam, just like that. Okay? So play it nice and slow. Don't hurt your partner. Other person, uki, tap. Don't be dumb. All right? It's Saturday. You don't want your elbow hurting. All right, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do here, guys, is I'm gonna start down and I'm gonna do a crunch up. I'm gonna get the underhook. I want everybody to do the underhook sweep, okay? So I'm gonna crunch up, post, hip out, pull the arm, kick and release. I'm gonna come right to here. As I come right to here, instead of stuffing the arm between my legs, I'm gonna stuff it and I'm gonna shin down on it, okay? Now, a lot of times when this starts to happen, that hand wants to come over and save that hand. Go ahead, thanks. And I'm gonna hit that Americana lock. So this hand can be behind my neck. I call this the long underhook, or it can be in front of my face, which is the short underhook. If it's short, I literally just drive it down, hit it with a high five, hit the Americana lock, okay? But as I landed in the sweep, I just push this down. As that hand wants to come and save it, see here, I just hit it with the high five. Elbow to the crook of the neck, wrist, 5-finger grips, wrist twists away, pull the elbow down, and crank, okay? And we're gonna hit that Americana lock. Now, anytime you lock something, it's always easier to attack that arm when that arm's killed, right? So what I don't want to do is, can you lay down one for a second, right? Is if he's got posture, just put your hands together, and I'm doing this. See this? See this? It's never gonna help me. So what we want to do is in our training, break down all the moves and say, hey, this is a really good opportunity because the arms are separated from each other to pin an arm. Because when I pin an arm with my other limb, my leg, now I got 2 hands against his hand and I got 2 hands against his neck, right? Does that make sense? So we'll do it one more time here. So I'm gonna start just like this. I'm gonna sit up. This hand goes forward, this hand goes back. I come right to here, hit him with the old kickaroo. As I get to here, boom. Now, if he keeps this arm around me and hugs me really tight, that's okay. I'll just choke him until his hand comes over. Boom, push it down on my head and re-grab it. So you got a choke here, which is just open it up. We call this the single hand collar choke. Lift that chin up, drop your elbow. When that hand comes to defend, boom, I can capture that. See what I mean? You got tons of stuff here. But it's really easy for me to attack him when that arm's going, right? And that's the whole idea, okay? So a little bit of the strategy. 1, 2, 3. Let's take a look at a situation that's gonna be like a mosh podge between the shrimp to the guard, to the butterfly guard, to the sweep. Now what's gonna happen is we're gonna be stuck in half guard, and we're gonna try to use an element of the hooking sweep. And I think this is probably like one of the most underrated sweeps. But if you've never done a sweep from the bottom of half guard, this is a good one to start with, okay? Because of the fundamentals of the top person. So if Tony gets in my half guard, just like this, and he's winning the position, okay? So he's got the neck, he's got the underhook, I'm here locked up. Honestly, it is not necessary to do this right now. Just keep your feet right here and pinch your thigh. Tony now is gonna drop this hip. And when he drops that hip, you're gonna see the knee start to heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, stop. See how the knee popped, right? I was above it, and then it went, boop. See how it's popped? Perfect. Now for him, his intention is to drive that knee to the mat, to the mount. Boom, just like that, okay? And then he'll clear my feet off. He'll clear my feet off, pop, and then it'll be just like that. So when we go back, you have to study both sides to be able to learn how to beat the other person. You have to intercept. So I'm gonna be here like this, he's smushing me, okay? He starts to turn this hip. Now watch, as I start to feel, see this leg right here? This leg's pinching really tight. So my inside leg right here is pinching really tight, and I'm giving him some resistance as he starts to bring that leg up. And then I'm gonna get my hook in. See it? Once that hook is in, he's still on top of me. And he keeps doing all that. Well now, see here, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bring my bottom leg just like this. I'm going to hug my head, and I'm just going to chop and sweep him over for him. All right? And this is super silly, but it works all the time. Right? So, first, this inside leg right here is the important one. All right? This one controls his speed of this leg. This here can be clamping because he's pressuring me, and as he starts to turn his hips, I'm bringing this hook in. So I got it in there? Give me a little more sprawl your legs out. See right there? So they can see. So I'm here. I got to get this hook in now. And what I'm doing is I got that hook and I'm holding it. When I'm ready to go, or two, a lot of times what happens, how he sits on my hook, he thinks he's going to step off of it. See that happening? Do it again. So when he does that, I'll just kick over. All right? So, does this make sense? This is a super good move. Now, we call this the half butterfly position. See here, because traditionally, this is half, this is hook. So it's called half butterfly. So if you would like, what I would prefer you to do for right now is let's start half and half, right to there. He's gonna hook my head like that, and he's just gonna grab me. I don't even have to do anything if I don't want to. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna pull forward with my legs. See that pull here? And then I'm gonna hit the chop. And when I chop, this foot will come off. As I chop, this foot will come off, and then I'll kick. And I'll go straight to the mouth. Okay? That fundamental sweep is gonna be the other one. But you gotta learn the sweep first, all right? So the half butterfly sweep right here. Half leg, half hook, pinch. It's like on a climbing rope with my legs, right? He holds me, I pull forward, I chop, and drive. All right? So let's hit that first, and then we're gonna go back to getting the hinge for the half guard. All right, so practice that one first and we'll come back. All right, 1, 2, 3. Here, I'm gonna practice sitting square and just capturing his arms. And I'm gonna practice just kind of falling and trying to sweep him. But like when I sweep him, he's gonna kind of like hop. It's like, boom, see right there? Oh, and then here I'm gonna sweep him, and then he's gonna kind of hop. And then here I'm gonna try to sweep him, and he's, oh, I got it. Because this is what I refer to as like a relentless drill. Don't quit until you win, right? Don't quit till you win. It's kind of like, Chris, where are you? It's like wrestling, right? Shot, reshot, shot, reshot, shot, reshot. You just keep doing it and doing it and doing it until you get their butt on the floor. So I want you to practice hooking. Boom, got good hooks. Fall to the side, try to lift them and try to sweep them. Oh, boom, it didn't work. Now watch. See here? See my hips? I'll switch my hips. Oh, try to sweep them the other way. Oh, here, try to sweep them the other way. Oh, and I'm just gonna keep trying to sweep. Oh, boom, there we go. All the top guy's allowed to do is just keep his balance, but he's not allowed to sit back, right? And just practice steering the car and being relentless in your technique, in your pursuit to want to win and be on top. Okay, that's all here. The technique is the technique, but if you don't have the two, you need to have that attitude of, I'm coming up and I'm gonna win, right? So we're just gonna play it like 30 seconds at a time. And when one fails, you can either go, you could go right, right. So you're like sweep right and I miss and I sweep again. Or I could go right and it doesn't fail, it fails, and I could go left, or I could go left, left, or right, left. Just be constant trying to sweep. Cool? 1, 2, 3. Good.
Come up. There you go. Time.